Okay, here we go. Hello, this is Janet. I'm the plant-powered peddler. I'm getting ready for a bike tour, and I thought I'd bring you along, show you what I do. I started a little bit earlier, but then I realized I had a bunch of stuff to do, so I thought I better go get that ready and come back. So that's what I did. So what I do is I have an app, a grocery shopping app, and in that I put lists for what I want to take on tour. And so I've just gone down through my clothing list and I've gotten my clothes together. So here they are. And I'll just show you here. I've got my bicycle jerseys that I take. And as I'm gathering stuff, I put the clothes that I'm going to wear the morning of aside so that I don't pack those away and then I can't find them. And then I've got sports shirts that I wear underneath my jerseys. And I have, a few of those for on the bike and off the bike. And then I have these are the short sleeve, sleeveless, and then I have just one long sleeve because it's going to be warm. I've got a warm long sleeve for in the mountains, and I've got one pair of leggings for cooler weather in the mountains. And then off the bike, I've got socks for both on and off the bike. These are going to be for on. And some underwear, some long sleeve shirts for in the evenings when it cools off, a couple pairs of shorts. And then to keep me warm if I need, I have a pair of long underwear. Where did I put them? Here's my three pairs of just biking shorts. I think here they are. So these are just biking or long underwear slacks, and I'll wear those under my shorts if it gets cool at night. It might in the mountains. Um, but for the most part, we'll go up the mountain, go down the other side, and be down off the mountain, except for Marble Mount and Mazama. And that'll be the first few nights. I have rain capris and rain pants for rain and for to keep me warm. I'm really trying to go with less bulk this year because it's just getting too hard for this old lady to carry everything. I've got sealskin socks to keep my feet dry if it is rainy. We are in the Pacific Northwest. I've got a pair of booties to keep me warm. I've got some heating, where you open them up and hit them and they'll get warm inside your gloves for early morning mountain climbs. I've got some shower caps to wear to keep my head dry and some non-latex gloves to put on underneath my regular gloves to keep my hands warm and dry. And then gloves that are supposed to be waterproof, but they don't last when you've just got constant rain coming down. Um, so that's basically the clothes that I'm going to wear. And then the first day, I've got everything. I've got my shorts. I've got my my shirt that I wear under, and then I've got my jersey, and I've got a vest, and then I've got a long sleeve shirt, and I've got a neck warmer. I've got my socks. I've got a buff that I could put over my ears. I've got an extra layer of arms if I want. And I've got my lined coat. So let's go ahead and look at the weather to see what the weather is going to be on Friday. So right now it says it's going to be 50 degrees in the morning. So I'm going to need layers for 50 degrees. And then it's a high of 72 down here. By Tuesday it'll be a high of 81, but Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday is in the 70s, which will be beautiful for riding. Now, I did put in Mazama. So up in Mazama, today it's 91. And let's see. So Friday we go to Snohomish. Saturday we go to Darrington. Sunday is Marble Mount. Monday's Mazama. So it'll be 89 in Mazama, but 57 in the morning. So we're going to have to go with different temperatures. So it's always good to be looking ahead to see what's going on. Then Tuesday, it's a high of 94. So we'll just get up early. We'll go in the coolness of the day and get the major riding out of the way before it warms up. And I mean, if we're just coming down the mountain, that's no big deal. But you don't want to be climbing up in 90 degrees up there. So, okay. The little things that I have, this is a pack. So it opens up into a pack. I just unzip it. And that's great it's compact, so I can take it with me. And yeah, I'll show you. It opens right up. I go grocery shopping with it once I'm in town. So a lot of times it's nice to get off the bikes at the end of the day and walk over to the grocery store. So that's what I'm planning on doing. So let me roll this back up. Now, where do I put all this stuff? Well, let me show you. Let me show you. I have 5 panniers that go on the bike, hook on the bike. And I have a lunch, like a 6-pack lunch cooler that I can use. But these are my bags. And so I use them like dresser drawers. I have 2 big back bags and 2 smaller front bags. And then each bag has a little pocket bag. And I can put easily accessible things in the pocket bag, like bananas, flashlight, tire changing kit, um, thermos of tea. It just depends on what all I bring as to what I can put in them. So I am going to do that today to find out what I want to put in them. So the left back of the bike, there's no rain uh, predicted the whole week. So I'm going to put my rain gear. Actually, I'm going to put the rain gear on the bottom of the right back bag because I'm not going to need it. Except I might need it to get warm. So I'm going to leave my shorts out and put my long pants at the bottom of the bag. And oh, I also have a pair of mittens that I can take that are supposed to be waterproof. Take those, put those in the bottom, put all my waterproof stuff in the bottom of the bag. Actually, I'm going to put that in my pocket and back so that it's easily accessible. And then my hand warmers, I'll put that back here. I'll put a couple of them in the pocket and the rest of them in the bottom of my bag. These are supposed to be waterproof gloves, although they're not. But I'll keep those out just in case I need them for warmth. And then my other big bag, I'm going to put my bike clothes in the left side in case I need to access them. So I'm going to keep out my tights, my leggings, and my warm fleece because I might go after that. And I'm going to put my extra shorts and jerseys in the left side of the bag. And then I'm going to take my off the bike clothes. I'm going to put them in the right back bag on top of the cold weather gear. So I won't be using those during the day. So, and then these I'll wear both on and off the bike. I've got one already for the morning of the ride. So these I'm going to put away and I'll put those on the left side with the rest of my biking jerseys and shorts. And then I've got my seal skins and my warm booties. I'll put those on the right. And some of this that I'm putting aside, I might pack it that morning or I might put it on. It'll just depend on how cold it feels to me. Okay. Now I also have a log bag that I can put things in. So I have my bike, my extra bike battery that I want to carry. But I might be able to put that in one of the big bags. So we shall see here. I take a keyboard and I take a tablet. So I'll be packing these and I need to pack my kitchen. So I have another list that's a kitchen list. Let's see if I can find that here. Kitchen, kitchen, kitchen. Okay, so tour kitchen. So now I'm just eating raw right now. So I'll take a peeler. I'll take some Ziploc bags to put raw veggies in. I'll take a big bowl to make salads in, a sponge, a knife, cutting board. So I will gather those things up. I'll take some, we call them Tupperware, but a plastic container with a lid that I can pack things for lunches and put leftovers in. Maybe some spice. Yeah. Okay, so I'll gather those up. And there's touring bicycle items. So I'll take my bike cleaning kit. I'll take extra tire tubes, a repair kit, my tire pump, and a first aid kit. I always take some, Band-Aids and a basic first aid kit and a few tools. So I'll get that out. And then I've got miscellaneous. So my tablet, my backup battery for my phone, because my phone, I downloaded all the routes on my phone. Um, take a pair of glasses, even though I'm not really wearing them yet. I can take clothespins to hang up some clothes, because I'll probably be washing some things by hand. Um, I'll take a fan. I love to take a fan that I can just plug in and um, recharge. And I use a fan through the night. So I'll take that and the plug that I can plug in and keep it going all night if I need to in the room, if the room's too hot. And then I'll take some sort of probably a grocery bag to collect my laundry. And so I'll go over that list. And then touring food, see what I got here. I'll take some cut up veggies, like broccoli and cauliflower. I'll go tomorrow to the store to pick these things up. And I'll just see what I've got left in the fridge. And other than that, I'll just go to the store once I get to Snohomish. So there were more things we used to take when we ate cooked, but it's actually easier to travel raw. Um, and I think that's all my tour lists. So that is, a review of some of the things that I take. Trying to think if there's anything else that I want to tell you about. The front bag, the front left bag, I usually put fresh food in, and then it's easily accessible to grab while I'm, whenever we take a break. The right front bag, I will start taking my layers off and put those in the bag. Because what I'm going to wear first thing in the morning isn't going to last very long. Within the first hour, I'll start peeling things off and I just stick them in the front bag. So the front bags I like to leave fairly empty so that they could receive um, things that I might pick up during the day for dinner that night. I mean, I'll tend to wait until the grocery store at the end of the day, but sometimes we might go by a farm store and there might be irresistible things like fresh berries or vegetable um, corn, a piece of fresh corn, cherries. Cherries are out right now. So this is a great time of year to be touring because you never know what you might find. Put toilet paper in one of my front pockets for green room, which is, anywhere outdoors that where we need to stop and go to the bathroom. And I'll take wired ear um, buds, and then I'll probably take these earbuds. And I'll take my overnight things, stuff for my hair, the thing that I sleep in at night, take my part of my complete tooth care system, whatever I can, I won't be taking liquid stuff. Actually, I might take some. I've got little containers. Stephen borrowed some of them. One of the containers will have my hair stuff in it that'll keep me from frizzing out. And then, yeah, I'll have to think about that. I don't want to carry too much. I've got the tooth cleaner thing that Dr. Phillips talks about, so I'll probably use that. So oh yeah, I should check my chat, huh? Sorry, I haven't been checking that at all. Let's see. Tova, hi. Two questions. Why do I only eat a quarter of a wrap? A half a wrap was too much. So I eat a quarter now. And then I'm 5'4" and 3/4. Yeah, no, I'm not real tall. It's just the camera. And Steven was raw for about 3 weeks, but he's going to India and he wasn't too sure about what was going to be in India. He's going to retreat there. So he decided, well, for India, he'll just go ahead and survive, you know what I mean? So that's what he's going to focus on. So thank you for joining me today. That's really sweet of you. Um, I had a great workout this morning. I worked out on the Bellicon. I did an Elton John 15-minute workout. That was fun. And then I did the gravity transformation workout. And there's workout 1, 2, and 3, and I did one on the first day, two on the second day, and three on the third day instead of one for 3 times that week and then going to the next because they have week 2. So I thought, well, week 2 is going to be something different. So I wanted to try each of the workouts. But anyways, the coaches are just really sweet, and he said, "Boy, that's great what you're doing, and just keep it up. You're ahead already." So I'm going to take my workouts with me. So I'll be packing those up, and I'll be doing my workouts. Yeah. So that is that about covers it. I can't think of anything else. I just wanted to share this with you because it's so much fun to go on tour. So why not? Any other questions? I'm happy to answer any questions. In fact, I love it when you ask questions. I noticed in my travel challenge, a couple more people signed up, so I wrote everybody today. I hope everybody's doing good with their travel. I hope you're, figuring out how to stay plant-based and whole food and healthy, guilt-free, shame-free, feeling good, feeling fit. It's just so nice to go on a trip and come back no heavier and not having to start a diet. Why go there? Because then it gets so hard to do that. So why not just stay the course and enjoy everything else about the trip? I can't wait. So the first day, it's not a lot of climbing. First day, we just go, we bicycle up to Kingston, and then we hop on the ferry, go to Edmonds, we ride up a big hill and hop on the interurban trail. We'll take the interurban trail up to Everett, Washington, and then we'll cross over to Lowell, and we'll go all along the Snohomish River into Snohomish, and we're staying at the Snohomish Inn. And so that'll be day one. And then day two, we're going to stay just north of Darrington, Washington. And number three, we'll head up into the mountains, up to Marymore, Marble Mount, Marble Mount. And then the day after Marble Mount, we will ride over 70 miles, two mountain passes, Washington and Rainy Pass. And you don't have to go all the way back down again after you do the first pass, but you go down about a mile and then you got to climb back up again. And we'll stay in Mazama. And then from there, the mountain passes will get a little bit easier. There'll be Sherman Pass, Loop Loop Pass, and Wakanda Pass. And then the passes are more like, at 3,000 feet. So it's really going to be, it's been since 1990 that I have ridden this North Cascade Highway. So I'm just very excited to try it, especially on my e-bike. So I'm going to take you along. I'll be on Instagram. My Instagram is at LUV as in Victor, the number two, CYCLE, Rickey, Rickey. And I posted on the underneath in the show notes just below the video. And so come because I'll post there every day. A lot of times when I'm out there in the little towns, there's just not enough internet to do a YouTube, but I seem to always be able to get an Instagram going. So by all means, come come hang out with me on the Instagram, and I'll show you my food, show you what we're doing, hopefully show you some pictures of where we're going, and let's have some fun. And by all means, you know, write to me and tell me things because I just love to hear from you. Okay. So I guess I will stop for now. And if I have anything else, I'll come though. All right. Take care, everybody. Get out there. Get out and move.